I'm Riley, I'm Julian's friend.
I'm Seth, I'm Julian's friend.
I'm Drew, I'm Julian's friend.
Nathan, Julian's friend.
Keelan Sanguinetti, proctologist.
Okay. Alright, so got a persuasive speech. It's whether you should drive or fly. So what you need to do is, what's going on is that your business has a trip for you and you have to go to it. It's in Phoenix, Arizona, and you're leaving from Colby, Kansas. But if you do go, you have like vacation time, so it's a huge plus. So main things to recognize is that how much time it takes to get there, whether you're driving or flying. Also, there's the situation that you have. And so your situation is you're going from Colby, Kansas to Phoenix, Arizona. You only have 4 days, and your meeting is you have a meeting at home at Colby, and you have to make it at 1 p.m. on Tuesday at Phoenix. So it's really a time crunch. And you're also bringing 2 other co-workers for yourself. And so there's a total of 3 for you. And you have to recognize expenses of flying or driving. And plans of where you're staying do not really pertain to this because we're only talking about how you get there. Alright, so we're flying a pressurized Cessna 210. And that pressurized part just means that you won't get fatigued from the altitude. Alright. So I entered all the information from the owner's manual to a website that will calculate the trip for me, and this is a website that all pilots use, or most pilots use, so it's pretty credible, and it'll take at least 4 hours to get there in that Cessna 210, and that would be 639 nautical miles or 735 miles, because nautical miles are what pilots use instead of typical ones. Alright, so it would at least cost $2,640 to fly there and get back, but you're going with 2 other people, so there's 3 of you, so you can split up the cost, and it would cost $880 per person. Okay, and so the flying will allow you to stay at home for the meeting on Monday, and then you'll catch the meeting in Phoenix on Tuesday. And if you leave in the morning, you can be fresh for the meeting at 1. Like, you can just get to the meeting at Phoenix after you land. And hiring a local pilot is a lot cheaper than an airliner, and it's also a lot closer considering that we're living in Colby, Kansas. Okay, so the big pros here is that it takes a quarter of the time to fly there instead of driving. You can catch both meetings. No one is tired or fatigued of driving or altitude sickness because it's pressurized. And the only con is that it's expensive. But I mean, hopefully when you have a job, $880 isn't really that bad. Okay, so if you're driving, and I chose a 2016 F-150 because that's what I drive. So it'll take 16 hours to get there. You'll have to take shifts with your other coworkers. That'll be exhausting for all of you. You'll have different sleep schedules, and that you'll be covering 953 miles because you can't go in a straight line like an airplane. You'll have to miss Monday's meeting because 16 hours is just insane, an insane amount to drive. So you have to take off an extra day, and once you get to Phoenix, you'll feel really groggy. You just won't feel clean. But there's a good side to driving. It's costs a lot less. Total trip would cost at least to get there is $143. If you double that, that's $286. And if you split that for one way, that would be $47. And then take that times 2, that's what you get there and back. So cons here is like, takes too much time, you'll feel like crap and you'll miss a day of work altogether. You know, a big pro here is that it's cheap. Flying definitely outweighs driving. So flying is just really a better choice in this situation, like by far. There's like 3 bigger pros than driving, considering driving only has 1 pro. All right, so definitely fly there and get your meeting over with. All right.